What's going on, everyone? This is Antoine, aka Tweezy. Welcome to Tweez3World 767 Sports. I know I'm a couple of days behind, but I wanted to make sure that I had topics lined up, ready, and geared to go for this podcast, going further on to what I've been doing lately. I've been loving everybody at least taking a look at some of these videos I've been posting up on Facebook and on my own page on Tweezy767. Like I said, it's a long process. I know this thing takes time, and I just want to let everybody know I do appreciate the people that have been showing support. And today I got a long list of things I wanted to talk about. One of the topics being the Cowboys coaching staff and ownership. The second one being the second year quarterbacks from the 2021 draft class. The third one being the preseason games, all the good, the bad, and the ugly. And the fourth topic is Patrick Mahomes restructuring his contract this past couple of days. And the fifth topic is about the difference between Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes, and also talking about Malik Willis turning heads in his debut in the preseason game. So let's jump into it. Like I said, the first topic would be the Cowboys coaching staff and ownership and what they need to do going forward for this coming up 2022 season. It's just a no-brainer. Um, this team is going to sink fast. They have from what we've seen in the preseason game, second string people are not stepping up. I don't know if McCarthy is to blame for this, or they just were just going out there to just knock some rust off of their second and third string people. I did not see anything that wowed anybody. The only thing that was wowing about anything was like some of the defense. A lot of defensive guys were out there making plays because that game could have got out of hand. And it's preseason, so we weren't expecting like a million things to happen on their first preseason game. But I was expecting them to, some wide receivers to step up, considering that they're low on wide receivers going into the season. I think that Jerry Jones needs to really focus on the team and stop being selfish right now, and not saying don't celebrate your another year of life that you're living, but you run an organization. You basically made yourself the face of your organization. None of the fucking players matter to you. I'm starting to see that you don't care. And you're only going to keep doing what you're doing because it's the Cowboys and you're the owner. And I think that how I'm perceiving this is they were talking about the owner of the Raiders, and when they won three Super Bowls and they became a dynasty, that their owner once upon a time was doing these same antics, and I believe it. When this when Jerry Jones is out the way for the Cowboys will rise back to dominance. I don't see anybody really lining up to be the Cowboys head coach if McCarthy is gone. Dan Quinn will be a great asset to that, but I believe Dan Quinn is going to bump heads with Jerry Jones only because he's been to a Super Bowl in the last 26 years, 27 years that the Cowboys haven't even reached. They've been to three, count them, three playoff appearances and lost them all. Lost them all. So, with that being said, they're going to have to do a lot to prove to the rest of the league that they're still America's team, because you're America's biggest fucking failure right now. And that's just being honest from the outside looking in. I'm surprised the fan base is as hype as it is, but you're living on old dreams. Like none of your Super Bowls are relevant any fucking more. Like all your fucking former players, there's not one former player that's leaning out there trying to throw themselves in the conversation to come fix that monstrosity down there. they're gonna live the heydays. They're gonna live their heydays with that because they bought that there. They were a dominant team in the '90s. We will never take that away from you. But like I tell anybody, if your Super Bowls ain't even least in the last 15 years, there's no debate. We can't talk about this shit anymore. Like you have to be one of the two top teams. Granted that they're a team that have 5 Super Bowls. Three of those things came in the '90s. But the big but is the fucked up situation being that since that last Super Bowl, they could have been the first team with 6 if Jerry Jones wouldn't have been drinking his own Kool-Aid and let Jimmy Johnson walk out the fucking door. That's just a goddamn fact. But like I said, we can't talk about the old. Let's talk about what can be fixed. McCarthy's gonna have to really be a fucking coach and not a yes man. He's gonna have to be a goddamn coach, man. This shit is looking fucking embarrassing. Like, if I was a Cowboy fan right now, I wouldn't wear shit. I wouldn't even put shit up until I see at least in the first 5 weeks a 3-2 record. That's when I'll start fucking putting my shit on. Your first game, you're fucking losing. I'm gonna hear it everywhere. You have these injuries. Everybody's going to be starting to face injuries going into this season. We're still going into the second week of preseason, and everybody's taking the formula that the Rams have given everybody, and they're not starting all the dominant teams are not starting their starters. Pittsburgh is having an arms race with their 3 quarterbacks trying to debate who's going to be the starter. We know that people want it to be the kid. They want it to be baby hands, which I call him now. The third string quarterback that they just drafted this year, they want it to be baby hands. But I will not go off topic. Everyone is not starting their starters for these preseason games. Everybody knows how important this new season is. No one knows who's going to make it out, but we do know who the dumpster fire teams are. And hate to say it, some of those dumpster fire teams won games. So going forward, I just believe that the Cowboys need to focus on having their second string wide receivers, tight ends, running backs, everybody gathering together to fill in pieces going into the new season. Because the way that this is shaping up, it's not going to be fucking pretty. They're going to have a terrible record. They're going to be second in their division. Let me be clear on that. They'll be second, but it's not enough from what I was thinking before till now. I'm starting to see the playoff picture just starting to fade to black. It doesn't look like they're going to make it to playoffs, but they're going to have to show up in these next couple of preseason games, and some guys are going to have to step up to be starters. That's the only way that this is going to work. I don't see them going to spend no big money on anything. So, as far as that, my second topic that I'm about to go into is talking about all of the second year quarterbacks that were drafted in the 2021 class. I've heard it all day. I am going to say this to every other person that watches football, and we knew the shit talk was going to come. I'm going to be the first person to say it. I agree to disagree with everyone with this Trevor Lawrence situation. Trevor Lawrence is going to be a great quarterback in this league for years to come, but it will not be at the expense of the goddamn Jaguars. Let's go ahead. Let me re-say that one more time. Trevor Lawrence is going to be a great quarterback, but it will not be at the expense of the Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't know what makes people think that this guy is going to turn that franchise around. He is who he says he is. This kid can win. This guy is a winner. But that organization is just still hasn't proven anything yet. They had to hoping going into this new season, they have more wins under their belt, and I'll be more convinced that that's gonna happen. But I'm seeing them talk about Trevor Lawrence. They even talk about my second year quarterback, Matt Jones. Matt Jones is in a we're in a work in progress to get this situation with who's going to be the offensive play caller. Once we get this situation and he gets this new system down, I believe that he's gonna do well this season. We're gonna have over 500. We're gonna get ourselves back into position of playoffs. I don't want to talk about Super Bowls. Everybody talks too early about Super Bowls. We're gonna leave that where that is. Leave it where it is. You can make your predictions, but at any given time right now, it just everything is still up in the air. A lot of things can happen during this preseason, going into the second week of September, and things can go fucking wrong, completely wrong. So people making predictions, making predictions, because as these 18 weeks start to really manifest, things are going to change down the road. Things that you didn't see coming. As far as the 49ers second year quarterback, the Chicago Bears second year quarterback, Zach Wilson, let's go ahead and call him. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. Drop the A. He's done. Like preseason, why would you have your asset on the field? I didn't understand the Jets' recollection of doing that. You know this kid is fragile as shit. Like he's tough, but he's fragile. And you got to build his mental mind up to get ready for the regular season. These you got him out there with second and third string guys. Like you don't even respect your quarterback enough to just let him rest up. None of these preseason games matter. It doesn't mean that your season's going to get easier. It doesn't mean that they're going to be hard. These are just to sort out your second and third string and who's staying and who's going. That's all that was about. Them playing Zach Wilson was a bad idea, and him catching somewhat of an injury. Any injury for a starting quarterback right now during preseason fucks up everything for that team. Denver did not start Russell Wilson. New England didn't start Matt Jones. Um, the Seahawks actually started Geno and Drew Luck only because it's a competition down there to find out who is going to be the starter. We know it's Geno now. But like I say, staying on context, the 49ers didn't start their starting quarterback neither. So with these second year guys coming in, 5 of them coming in, it's only 2 that's going to make playoffs. It's only going to be 2. It's going to be the 49ers second year guy, New England's second year guy. Trevor Lawrence is going to get in a rhythm. He has some things to make something happen. But this is for this year. He's going to pick up some wins. He's going to pick up a lot of necessary wins to add to his collection of bringing something back to Jacksonville, which is a somewhat of a winning culture. When they drafted him, that's what they drafted him for. So when it comes to that, you already know what comes with it. So, and I didn't want to go so deep in on the 49ers. They know what they got. I think it's going to be a bust. Honestly, you still are going to have to deal with the Rams. And the Rams got from what I heard today, has got one of the toughest schedules out there. But they got to play them twice. But they'll make playoffs. So I'll stick with that. So you got 2 quarterbacks in the 2021 draft class going in the playoffs as of right now. Things may change down the road, like I said, but to me right now, That is the whole situation with the second year guys from the 2021 draft class. Now, I want to talk about some of these preseason games because I know a lot of people were like, what the hell is going on? Everybody should just sit back, relax. These are preseason games. Of course, you want your team to win every game. Everyone wants their team to win. Even in drills, you want your team to win. But we have to be realistic right now. All of the Super Bowl contenders, playoff contenders, most of those teams lost their first game. Now, the ones that won on the AFC side was the Buffalo Bills, Steelers, was Denver Broncos, and like I keep saying, the Raiders. These Raiders, their second and third string guys are putting up points. People are playing for Josh McDaniels right now. I knew this was going to be a problem, and no one wants to believe that this guy Derek Carr is going to he is going to be part of a lot of discussions this year. I'm not going to say he's going to be high ranking of MVP, but he is going to do some things this year that's going to shock a lot of people. The Raiders need this type of energy right now. They've been on a razor blade slipping into an alcohol river for so long. They have moved the organization. They have gotten rid of Gruden and the bullshit. They got through all the distractions last year and still somehow made a way to get playoff bound with the actual coach, a good offensive coordinator coach going over there as their head coach. This is going to be interesting. So I'm going to say it. That was one they did. This is their second preseason game. So they're looking great. They're looking great. Patriots lost to the Giants, but the second and third string, those guys were doing good. I seen a lot of defensive plays out there from the Giants. I would like to see a little bit. They got guys. The Giants. This is what I wanted to see. I want to see what was on the Giants' offensive side of the ball, and they have a lot of talent over there on second and third string. So I might be wrong about them being the garbage fire that I said that they were going to be. They really might be. Because after seeing what the fuck Deshaun Watson did, it was embarrassing. This guy, it was embarrassing. That performance, this is who the Browns picked as they over Baker Mayfield. I am disappointed in the Browns right now. Because the Browns might actually be going back to how the Browns were about 3-4 years ago and winless. Now, not saying Deshaun can't fix the quarterback problem, but from what the fuck I just seen in just a snap, he looks fucking terrible. They need to, they're gonna, they should have just let Jacoby take the reps, only because he's gonna be the guy. He's gonna have to get some time in. Now, granted that Deshaun's gonna be gone for 8 weeks, and things of that nature, I still believe like you shouldn't have your fucking starter quarterback out there by not any means necessary. Have him pad up, have him get the feel of being back in uniform, but don't start him. Don't start him because this is why everybody is so hell bent on talking about Jimmy Garoppolo needs to go down to Cleveland and be the backup. Listen, let's just be clear. That's not going to work. It's not going to work. Jimmy G needs a team he can really rally around, and he has the best opportunity to succeed in another team, not as a fucking second or third string quarterback. This is a guy that actually has him and Jacoby Brissett were the guys that filled in for Tom Brady when Tom Brady was down and had to go had to miss 4 games. Those guys got rings with New England. Now I'm seeing the similarities of but Brissett could possibly go down. Oh, Brissett is going to go down, but you don't have the money to pay Jimmy to hold. They probably could split the bill on 8 games. Jacoby do 4, Jimmy G do 4. But still the problem is, where's the money gonna come from? Is Deshaun gonna do something like Patrick Mahomes, free up some money so that they can get the proper pieces to hold it down until his ass get back? No, he's not. He took the check. The money's gone. It's fucked up. It's done. The Browns are going to back at this like we fucked up royally. Carolina looked okay. It was a few games that were floating around. It was a couple of games floating around this week, and it was something that just were not pleasing to see. Buffalo is stacked up there to the point where these guys, I couldn't even believe that they tried to treat this shit like an actual football game. Like, not to say like it's not football, but their second and third string guys, bro, they were playing like they want starter jobs, both sides. Like, I don't know what they're gonna do when they have to drop some of these good guys. And to be honest, a lot of these teams need to be looking at the Bills' second and third string guys, man. Them guys was out there. They were balling. They were doing their fucking thing. These are second and third string guys. None of the starters were there. Like, their second and third string guys look like goddamn starters. I am shocked and appalled. And it was a close game, too, even though it was preseason. But I'm just letting the world know with some of these guys, they need to run some of that tape back, get the rest of these guys. Preseason catch a lot more. The preseasons, man, look. Yes. You might want to be picking up some jewels from over there because they can't hold all of them. They can't hold everybody. It's not gonna happen. And I also want to talk about. I'm gonna talk about him twice because he did this well to me. And I'm looking at Pittsburgh like you should have got this guy, Malik Willis. Malik Willis. This couple snaps. I've been looking at his TikToks and shit from the game and the replays from this guy's his snaps. A fucking beast. Tannehill, you're finished. You're finished. This Titans team is about to be a different Titans team. If Tannehill goes down this season, Tannehill's lost his fucking job, bro. This guy was dropping 60-yard passes. He was scrambling out of the pocket. He was making runs. This looked like baby Lamar Jackson out there. But the ball consistency and accuracy of Malik Willis was mind fucking blowing. Even though he didn't get a lot of reps, but by fucking God, man, those great plays he made, yes. 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 Can't make this shit up, man. It's real. It's very real. And I just wanted to know, like, what else? I think they got everything they need. Malik Willis is going to be able to step in for the Titans and do what he needs to do. If Tannehill goes down, Titans are going to win a lot of games, bro. It's going to go down. in Tennessee, shit gonna get real. And if he can actually make a clear path to being a starter, which I think let Ryan Tannehill finish up his year, but get the kid ready because this shit is gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. And with the Steelers, that was a great competition out there. Mason Rudolph, he got his year. Kyle Pickett, Kenny Pickett, aka Baby Hands. Robin from Teen Titans Go. He need gloves on to hide those baby hands. Kid made some good throws. He made good decisions out there. I think that was good for Pittsburgh. To it's a real arms race down there in Pittsburgh for who's going to be the starting quarterback. Um, if I had to be a betting man, since Kyle's been there longer, and I think what Pittsburgh did with going with Trubisky, I don't know if they're going to completely commit to Trubisky, but Kyle showed a lot of poise out there. He made smart decisions with the ball. He threw a touchdown. I think he threw 2 touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken. He got a lot of reps in, and I think that Tomlin was comfortable with letting him do that because now that he's been behind Ben, and for the simple fact he's been there for more than just a couple of years now, it gives him. At first, you could see the guy was scared as shit because it was a lot of times he had to step in out of nowhere and he wasn't prepared or groomed to take the rings yet. I guess he was waiting till now when Big Ben was stepping aside, riding away in the sunset, that he was going to be able to be the starter. So if that was his motivation to do what he was doing, but again, like I said, these are second string, third strings. If he could take that, what he did in preseason off of that first game and add that against starters, oh, he'll be great out here. He might not be able to stay in Pittsburgh, but if that's what he's presenting, great. Trubisky even got a touchdown, I believe. Baby Hands got a touchdown. So all their quarterbacks did phenomenally well in this arms race to see who's going to be the starting quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So this is great to see. We knew that Tomlin is a thinking man. He's not going to just throw Trubisky in it. He's going to make Trubisky work for to win the job of starting quarterback. So this is going to be interesting down to the last preseason game. So we're going to look out for that and see how good Kyle Rudolph goes on from here. And yeah, man, I'm happy with what I've been seeing with these preseason games. You're starting to see who's got some potential to do something. So I know for a fact that we still got a lot of football to cover as far as preseason. We're going to see a lot of more practices, see a lot more, you know, astonishing throws out there. And again, I am going to downplay the one team that I was giving the biggest ups to before the injury started. I'm just disappointed in the Cowboys. I'm disappointed in them. Cowboy fans should be disappointed in them. I don't care that this is preseason. I think the lack of leadership in the fucking room over there in Dallas needs to be checked. Somebody needs to step up. I think either that, Zeke, hell, Dan Quinn can step up at this fucking point. But somebody needs, because McCarthy is just not going to do it. Jerry's up his own ass about his birthday and that he's still living like this is 1990 fucking 4 and 5 and shit. You can't trust your owner and your fucking coach to step it up for you. Someone in that locker room is gonna have to step up, bro. It's sad to fucking say that there is no fucking passion on the field. What I've seen these second and third string guys do, like most of them, I guess, have just been told like you're gonna get a starting job, like 7 to 17, and Russell Wilson's either second or third string fucking guy. Like I said, the defense wasn't the problem with Dallas because that shit could have been worse. But that offense, that Dallas offense, second and third string court, I am very fucking disappointed in y'all. I am very disappointed in y'all. Only 7 points. This guy Johnson over there at Denver put up. He threw 2 touchdown passes, if not one. I'm very disappointed because I keep telling my older sister that I do have faith, but you just keep proving me right. It's like a bad relationship. When you know you ain't supposed to be fucking with that person, you keep fucking with them, and you keep seeing them do you so fucking grimy, and they keep showing you in your face that you shouldn't be fucking with them. They're gonna keep taking advantage. They're gonna keep taking your money. They're gonna keep letting you kiss their ass and root for them. I'm not gonna root for you. I retire before I got them go ahead and do all that for you. We'll end it right there with that comment about that subject. So the fourth topic that I want to get into is that I want to say to Chief fans, boy, y'all have one of the most gracious, smartest quarterbacks in years since Brady. This shit was Bradyist. I think that's Skip Bayless word and it's Skip Bayless word and it's Colin Coward's word. He is brilliant. This guy said today, I don't think it was today, but he said some of the most amazing shit I've ever heard. He said that he was restructuring his contract to build a legacy with those Chiefs. Whoa. This guy, I'm telling you, he's a freaking nature, man. The throws he makes. This is why the AFC's I'm so glad to be on the AFC side of football because you got to beat this guy now in the AFC. He is the one to beat. There is no one left. There is no more Peyton Manning's over in the AFC. He is the top quarterback right now in the NFL. You have to understand this guy is going places. He getting the way that he carried that shit today when I heard this is how I want to just let people know Patrick Mahomes is going to have more than one goddamn ring because he's selfless and he's trying to keep his winning formula together. I am going to say this. We know, everybody knows, like I said, you want to predict who's going to be somewhere. You want to predict the teams that's going to be in the playoffs. What Patrick Mahomes did with restructuring his contract, he's guaranteed to be in the fucking playoffs. Guaranteed. Not the Bills too. Like I said, they got guys on the other side, on both sides of the ball, on second and third string on their team that's playing like they're ready to go out here and produce at a high fucking level. It's gonna be Buffalo and Kansas City battling for who's gonna be at the top of the fucking food chain on the AFC side right now. Like those are the dominant teams in the AFC. Like Patrick Mahomes is like going forward, we can just all assume honestly, well, fuck assuming, because I don't want to make an ass out of you and me. Let's be clear. Even if they were to drop players and sign second and third year guys from other teams in the league, what he's freed up is going to still be enough to keep his offensive line straight, keep his tight end with him, however long he wants to stay, and bring in new weapons to complement him on what he's already done. He is going to, he's going to wipe Aaron Rodgers' records off the fucking board. We're going to be asking, who the fuck is Aaron Rodgers now? We're going to be asking that question because he needs to be eliminated anyway. He's selfish, he's fucking petty, and he thinks about his goddamn self. I want to give big ups to Patrick Mahomes. My sir, you are one hell of a guy. You are a real team player. You are doing your thing. You are doing your thing, man. We cannot knock this at all. As a rival of yours, I can't knock that. You knock down big bills just to keep your team intact and to potentially go ahead and win another couple of Super Bowls. Hell yeah, man. I can't be mad at you if you pull this off this year. I don't think it's going to happen this year, but hey, if it's possible to go into 2023 and you get this, he just silenced everybody that wanted big checks. The Dak Prescotts, the fucking Aaron Rodgers, the your guy over in the Rams, silenced because he took the contract and he ripped it up. Let's redo this. We think about longevity. Seriously. This guy's beat the GOAT. He didn't beat out a lot of guys. He's beat Tom Brady before. He's put his foot on people's throats. So don't play with him like he's not a threat. His team is a threat. And you have to respect what he did to solidify his team. Let's look at the dynamics right now. Two teams right now that have all their money in their fucking quarterbacks. Two of them right now that are got questionable situations going on as far as wide receivers. Aaron Rodgers, Dak Prescott. Both of these guys are making over $200 million as quarterbacks right now. Dak Prescott only has one reliable wide receiver at the moment, CeeDee Lamb. None of the guys he has on his practice squad or on his second and third strings are stepping the fuck up. CeeDee Lamb's going to be fucked this season. Dak Prescott's going to end up getting his ass chewed the fuck up. And they might have, if they don't make positive decisions going down the road, they're fucked. Let's go to Green Bay. Green Bay has been doing terrible. They have been letting people walk out their door for a long time. Aaron Rodgers could have kept his weapon, Adams, that went to the Raiders. He loves it over there. He loves it. I think he even played in the preseason Hall of Fame game. I think he caught a touchdown. I think he did. He's getting little reps here and there. But he's loving it over there in the Raiders. And it's starting to make you think. He looked at Aaron like, bro, you could have broke me off. You could have restructured that contract. He could have helped him bring along some stragglers to make it look good, like Aaron is still the greatest quarterback with the stats. No, he's not. He's just a great regular season quarterback. He fucking chokes when you don't need him to. So we know who he is now. If Green Bay falls this season to under 1,500, I'm gonna be the first motherfucker to say I told you so. I'm gonna be the first one to say I told you so. So I want to get into one. My last topic was the difference between Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes, and a little bit about Willis from Tennessee. I'm sorry, I'm reading off my phone. Like I said, I'm starting to write these things down so I can see what's going on. But seriously, everybody knows now Patrick Mahomes is a team player. We know this now. Aaron Rodgers is an inconsiderate prick. Fuck him. Fuck Green Bay because Green Bay fans need to strangle themselves with the pillow because your quarterback, this guy has only done what Brett Favre did. He got you one and done. And all I can say is you've made it playoffs and done nothing. He got you one, you're done. That's all he need. That's all he's been concerned with. He is not concerned with another goddamn Super Bowl at all. He does not give a fuck about y'all. I want Green Bay fans to say what you know is true. It is a fact that Green Bay Packer fans are more hell bent than Cowboy fans, and the fucking problem is you let your quarterback dictate your narrative. And that is the saddest shit that you could ever fucking do. And you don't even have a goddamn owner. So it's basically like y'all just letting this motherfucker rape y'all and kiss you in the mouth. That is disrespectful. You should be ashamed to be Green Bay fans. These guys, it's not the offense. It's not the head coach's fault why Aaron Rodgers. I'm telling you, y'all need to get prepared. That Jordan Love shit y'all did years ago, that was the dumbest thing I ever fucking seen. That was you threatened motherfucker that already knew that he called your bluff and what was it? He got injured, set out of game, had COVID, and Jordan Love had to come in, and I think he was facing a a Patrick Mahomes Chiefs team, and they Chiefs still won. Fact proven. So I give it up for the new soon to be GOAT, Patrick Mahomes. I will give it up to Patrick Mahomes. I gave him he was on two of my topics for this podcast. Big ups to Patrick Mahomes for being the smartest quarterback right now that was making big money and did not think of himself. He thought of everybody. He thought of everyone. So I'm gonna need the kid down in Tennessee, Malik Willis, take some notes of this. Cause you and Jackson need Lamar Jackson gonna have to start thinking the same way right now. Because if he takes the big money, there's gonna be problems in Baltimore. I need everybody to really pay attention to what the hell they're doing right now. Especially all you big number quarterbacks. The selfless guy is gonna be the one that wins and beat everybody. Because the franchises are gonna stop thinking like, oh, you're worth 200. Deshaun Watson just showed us he ain't played a fucking game in a year, and he about to miss 8 games, and he looked fucking terrible. He got 250 million. What the fuck are you? If he is a bust and that can't do nothing, Aaron can't do nothing, everybody franchise is about to fold over and tell them fuck them. We want our money back. You're not worth that money. I knew this was going to be an issue coming into coming years because times change, the money changes, endorsements get bigger, all these things. I knew it was coming, and I knew when the quarterback did. These guys, I'm not gonna knock their abilities for what they can do, but you're not worth it if you can't produce without other players. You can't do anything. So going in, it's the guys like Derek Carr. He's hungry. Joe Burrow. He's hungry. The Ryan Tannehills, the Justin Herberts. You got these young guys that's about to start. Derek Carr is about to get. He's about to be worth a lot more. And I think he's gonna pull a Patrick Mahomes and say, "Look, I don't even want that. Just pay me what you. I want what you can pay me, and still hold this team together to be a AFC Championship contender, if not a Super Bowl contender." Because I think Derek Carr's got everything at his disposal now. He doesn't have to. He can clear his mind and do his job. He's gonna do great. Justin Herbert, he's got a lot more pieces down there in San Diego, LA with the Chargers on the AFC side of to make plays, to do things. That division over there is stacked up. And I said it once, I'm gonna say it again. That division is stacked up. Like, if it was ever possible, if that whole all four of those teams could go to playoffs, the Chiefs going at 1 or 2. And the other three just battle it out with everybody else in different divisions. Yo, wow. And it's going to suck because one of these teams are going to get left out. And I don't want to put the pressure on anyone, but it's to me right now, as of now, it's in between the LA Chargers and the the Broncos, the Denver Broncos, because Derek Carr is gonna shred the motherfuckers this year. He gonna he gonna two zip them two. I'm sorry, I feel this way. They have it this year, man. They are one of the teams. I'm telling people like you don't understand. The Raiders are back. They got a new black hole. That shit about to swallow some motherfuckers whole this year. Believe me. Believe me, it is real. It is real. These things are going to happen. So I'm telling you, y'all got to be on y'all P's and Q's. I know I got them, and I know it's going to be a good game. I think I got them Christmas Eve. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a good game. Because I know. I'm telling you, this is going. I'm sorry to everyone that was possibly waiting for the video. I've been trying to catch up, get more revenue, trying to get more things to put up here so I could get some advertisements and make some extra dough. But for right now, I'm gonna just continue doing videos, possibly doing another podcast or another live called Talk That Shit, talking my shit. And that's gonna be further away from sports as possible. It's just a bunch of nonsense talk, you know. And I possibly be bringing somebody up here with me. I ain't gonna say any names at the moment, but I got somebody in mind. It's gonna be like my old joint, the Shop Tank, the 767. This will be a better version of that, but this Tweez3World Sports, this is all me, and I'm gonna get some other fans to step up with me, and we're gonna go debate about it. We're gonna talk about it, because I don't want nobody thinking that you can't come up here and have this conversation, and they're gonna be diehards. So it's gonna be a lot of yelling. I'm gonna let them talk. I'm gonna let them get their shit off up over here in the 767. Yes, I'm gonna let you get your shit off. Trust and believe, because I want to hear from the criticism because I got a guy now. I know I can call him, and he is more hyped that I'm bigging up his team right now. That he's probably like, damn it, Twan, this is the first time you said anything good about the Raiders in a long time because your organization has stepped up. It's gonna be a lot of dumpster fires, man. It's gonna be a lot. So I'm signing off, and I will see y'all next time on Tweezy's World, the 767 Sports NFL Breakdown. Peace.